Here's all the new chickens, and here are some members of the existing flock inside the chicken run here. So all these new chickens, they got their own separate section here, so they can't be tormented by these older big girls who are 3. These ones are a couple months old. Getting to the point where the new chickens are getting pretty big, and I have to integrate them with the existing flock. So today is going to be the first day where we start testing the waters. These chickens have seen each other for the past month or so now through the screen, but I'm finally going to open this door up. I'm going to see what happens when I release these younger chickens in with the bigger ones. In case we do have any issues, I'm going to bring the jail cell inside, so any bossy or aggressive chickens are going to spend time in jail. So right here I have the chicken door that I've created to separate the 2 flocks. We have 2 hens here that are anxious for me to open this door. I don't know how they're going to react. Now, I've looked up many different ways to integrate flocks, and people tell you different things, like put the chickens on the roost at night and then they wake up and they think they're all together. I know that doesn't work for everyone, so I'm going to try this method and see how this works out, because I do have the extra space in my run to build this area to keep them within sight and smell, but protected from each other. So let's go ahead. First time ever, we're going to open up this door. You ready, chickens? You ready to meet the bigger chickens that could probably hurt you? We already got some fighting going on. If it gets a little too violent, I'll step in, but till then, we're just gonna let them squabble. And there's our first one. Anybody else? We have the one chicken in the corner here. Got a couple trying to gang up on this bird right here. For now, let's put them back. So these chickens are checking out the chicken that is in chicken jail that decided to be a bully. I expected better out of you. The other ones are usually bullies. We have the young chickens back inside their pen, safe from the others. Probably a little bit startled over what just happened. I'm gonna go ahead and release this bird. Hopefully she's embarrassed enough and realizes what she did was wrong. I gave everyone some food so we can all settle down, not panic. So chicken meeting number 1 was a little chaotic. We had a little aggression, especially towards this smaller gray chicken here. She's not as big as the others. It seems like they left alone the Brahma here. She's a little bigger. The same with Big Mike over there. She's a little bigger as well. And these chickens are a little upset right now that I gave food to these and not them. So I'm gonna go ahead and give them some mealworms to chow down on. That protein. Y'all gotta grow. Got some rain coming in, so after the rain is gone, I'm gonna come back out here. I'm gonna try this release a couple more times today to see if we can get to a point where the bigger chickens aren't trying to destroy the smaller chickens. I did notice once the first bully was locked up that distracted a lot of these bigger chickens, and they came to laugh at the bully sitting in the cage over here instead of picking on the smaller chickens. All right, we're doing a baby chicken release, round 2, to see how this one goes. Robert's in here to help me police the chickens to make sure we break up any fights that could occur. Here we go. Here comes some of the other chickens. We'll see what happens here. Seems like with a little food mixed in here, everything's pretty calm so far, but I think as soon as these bigger birds start moving this way, we might have some squabbles and we'll have to intervene. Starting to get a little arguing going on.
Look how big the brown guy is. It's getting big. Look at that.
Actually going a lot better than the first time, but let's keep watching and see what happens. The Brahmas seem to be the most brave out of all the chickens.
We got chickens in there again.
A little squabbling over here. This older chicken letting these new chickens know who's boss, even though she's not the boss herself. And they even have the new birds fighting amongst each other, trying to establish the pecking order. The only time I'm going to step in here is if the fights get a little too out of hand and could result in injury for the young chickens. Any little pecking or squabbling like that, I'm not going to intervene. So that actually went pretty good. I'm going to give the little chickens a break here. They all went inside here, so I closed them up a little bit. I'll come back again today. I'm going to let them commingle a little bit, and then probably tomorrow or the next day we'll do the same thing. We're going to come out here every day till they get used to each other and do this same thing. I think it's actually working pretty good. A few weeks have gone by, and as you can tell in the background, all the chickens are commingling. There's still the occasional fights, but nowhere near as much as when we first started this. We got to the point where I still left the smaller coop inside for the chickens to go in if they wanted to, but I left both these run areas open after I knew that these chickens weren't going to tear each other apart. I took the wood and the fencing off this area leading into here, and I also removed the smaller chickens' coop because a lot of the chickens were deciding to use this main door and sleep with the other chickens. And eventually I'm just going to close this door, take the batteries out, and we'll leave it for the next round of chickens. This has been a process, but it is a relief that we're finally at the point where we don't have to worry about the chickens anymore. They can come out here, do their thing, they can go inside, and they can roost together. So this method where I went and I built a separate little chicken run inside this main chicken run, and a little mini coop inside here, and kept the chickens separate until we started to slowly introduce them to each other. Finally getting to the point where we can remove all this and just have all the chickens hang out. That is how I integrated my new chickens to the old chickens. If somebody else has a setup like this, you can try this as well. Hopefully this helps out. Thanks for watching.